Hello Primary 5. Today we'll take new lesson, unit 3, circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle. And before start lesson, should be know some properties of the circle. This is circle. Okay. The circumference of circle, radius, diameter. Should be introduced this lesson or clarifying what is the meaning of circumference and radius and diameter. We denoted of circumference with C and with radius with R and with diameter with D. We studied before in radius half diameter. Radius equal half diameter. طيب, this is a new sign. It's called pi. Pi equal 3.14 or 22/7. The circumference have two rules. The first rule, circumference equal d time pi. D pi يعني d time pi, or circumference equal to pi r. From this triangle, we can conclusion the rule or to find the circumference of circle C equal pi times D. Okay, let's go to introduce some property of circle. The first point or the first important property or important point in the circle is the center. This point is called the center. Diameter. What is the meaning of diameter? Diameter is a line segment connected between 2 points on the circle, not out the circle. On the circle. What is the meaning of diameter? Diameter is a line segment connecting between 2 points on the circle. We can't say in the circle. No, that's wrong. Of course, no. But 2 points on the circle. We cannot say out the circle. No, that's wrong. But the diameter line segment connecting between 2 points on the circle, but it's very important by very important condition. Here condition should be pass with the center. Should be pass with the center. Okay? يبقى لازم الديامتر line segment be connect between 2 points on the circle, لكن should be cross with the center. Should be cross and pass with the center. This is called what? Diameter. We said before in the diameter, in the half of diameter is called radius. From this point to this point is called radius. A line segment connecting between 2 points on the circle is called diameter. Fine. Radius. Radius هو half الديامتر. Okay. يعني لو كان الديامتر 10 يبقى radius 5. لو كان الديامتر 8 يكون الراديوس 4. Then what is the meaning of radius? هو line segment connecting between 2 points. Okay, 2 points بس هي the first point اللي هي center with a with point on the circle. يبقى هو line segment connect between a center و point on the circle. We can't say in the center with point out the circle. No, of course no. But should be say هو line segment connecting between point our center and point on the circle يا primary 5. This is very important. And radius half the diameter. Okay? Now we talking about the center. هو ده السنتر. diameter This is called diameter, a line segment connecting between 2 points on the circle, and radius. Fine. Another line in the circle is called chord. Chord. We have H. هنا في H. Chord. What is the meaning of chord? هو line segment connected between 2 points on the circle. What is the difference between the chord and the diameter? The diameter هو line segment برضو connecting between 2 points on the circle. But the difference between the diameter and the chord, and it should be the diameter, a line of diameter cross with the center. Cross with the center. Okay? Now, the chord هو line segment connecting between 2 points on the circle. But if any chord pass with the center, is called what? It's called diameter. Fine. Fine in primary 5. Now, this is line is called arc. This line was called arc. طيب, we draw the arc with using ruler ولا compass? Of course, with using compass. Fine. Circular sector يبقى this line from اللي هو connect كده, أو if we cut this from circle is called sector. Do you remember if you want one piece of pizza, يبقى this is called sector. Now we studied in the center. Our point, this point is called center. Line segment cross the center is called diameter. This line is radius. طيب, الراديوس half الdiameter. If diameter 10, then radius equal 5. If diameter 8, radius equal 4. If diameter 6, radius equals 3. Okay? Now, طيب, all the radius or all this line is called radius. طيب, all radius of circle are equal in length. All radius of circle are equal in length, and all diameter of circle also are equal in length. All the circle of center are equal in length. This is very important notes. Now, our questions. Before we calculate the circumference of circle, introduce or review with me about the rule to find the circumference of circle. Two rules. With knowing the diameter time pi. With knowing the radius, 2 times pi times r. Fine. The circumference with knowing the diameter equal pi times d. Diameter. طيب, with knowing the radius 2 times pi times r. طيب, pi constant value, يعني pi equal 3.14 or 22/7. Pi equal 3.14 or 22/7. This is constant value. Okay? Now, our question talking about calculate the circumference of the circle in which its radius length equal 14 centimeter. And pi, I say to you, and I will give you pi with a constant value 22/7 or 3.14. طب, the circumference of circle with knowing the radius, يبقى then which rule we are using? يعني 2 times pi times r or pi times d? لا, 2 times pi times r. We calculate the circumference of circle with knowing the radius equal 2 times pi times r. 2 times pi equal 22/7 times radius length equal 14. Then equal 88 centimeter. 88 centimeter. Okay? Now, The second question, find the circumference of a circle of diameter's length 14 centimeter. Diameter length 14 centimeter. طيب which rule يعني pi time d or 2 time pi time r? Pi time d or 2 time pi time r. هي primary 5. Of course pi time d. Why? لأن ال given of circle is diameter. Then multiply d time pi, يبقى 14 times 22/7 equal 44 centimeter. Fine. Find the length of diameter of circle if its circumference is 88 and pi equal 22/7. طيب, if the dimension of these questions with knowing a circumference and pi, if we want calculated diameter, then circumference over pi. Diameter equal circumference over pi or divide pi to find the diameter. Then d equal circumference divide pi equal 88 divide pi اللي هي 22/7. Then the diameter equal 28 centimeter. 28 centimeter. This is like this questions, okay? لكن هنا diameter. Now, if I ask you of the question, ask you find the length of diameter, then the length of diameter equals circumference divide pi. 88 divide pi equal 28 centimeter. Another question. This is find the perimeter, not find the circumference. Or these questions, you want this question should be calculate the perimeter, not the circumference. But before calculate the perimeter for this question should be calculate the circumference for the circle. احنا البريمتر كنا بنعمل what is the meaning of perimeter أصلا؟ هو sum of outside lengths. طب I said what? Sum of outside lengths. طب we have a side length or this two line is a side length, outside length. طيب هنا دول side lengths? No, of course no. This is a half circle. Then we can't calculate the perimeter. Should be calculate what? The circumference of circle, not the perimeter. Then how we can calculate the perimeter for the circle? We can't say perimeter of the circle, but we say circumference of the circle. We say circumference of the circle. Then طيب, يبقى the first step should be calculate the circumference of the circle. C equal pi times d. C equal pi times d. طيب, pi given equal 22/7. طيب, الديامتر اللي هو line segment from a connected between 2 points on the circle اللي هم ده. This is diameters, okay? Then circumference for the circle equal 22 centimeter. طيب, this is this circle or half circle? Half circle, okay? يبقى this curve or this curve is a half circle. Then we will divide 22 divide by 2 equal 11 centimeter. يبقى ده السيركمفرنس بتاع الهاف سيركل دي والسيركمفرنس بتاع الهاف سيركل دي. هو السيركمفرنس كان هنا 22 لكن if it's circle but this is what half circle, then the perimeter equal 10 plus 10 plus احنا we calculate the sum of outside lenses. طيب هنا 10 plus 10 and 11 plus 11 should be calculate the circumference for this side and the circumference for this curve. Then the perimeter equal 10 plus 10 or 10 plus 11 plus 10 plus 11 equal what? 42 centimeters. I know this question difficult question for you because this is the first questions, but we will training about this question by another question. Find the parameter of the opposite figure. Okay, before start answers. What is the meaning of parameter يا primary 5? هي sum of outside lengths. طب this is length, but this is not length, but this is what? Curve. Then should be calculate the circumference or parameter. We don't have parameter أصلا. We don't have the parameter. Then should be calculate the circumference of this curve. طيب, a circumference for this curve with knowing what? Diameter or radius. طيب, يعني I will give you just 1 minute to try answer this question without help me. Of course, I will explaining this question after 1 minute, but try answer without help me. We have diameter, يعني we have diameter and half circle. Then how we can calculate the circumference of this circle? After we finish calculate the circumference for this circle, you can find the parameter. You can find the parameter. Try a primary 5. Fine. Okay. In the first step, find circumference of circle. فعملنا اللي هي equal by time diameter. يعني 22/7 times 70 هتبقى equal to 120. طب هي دي circle ولا half circle? Half circle. Then the circumference equal 220 divided 2 equal 110. Now we can calculate the parameter. البارامتر هو sum of outside lengths. يعني بنجو outside اللي هي ايه؟ 70 plus الايه؟ circumference of a circle ولا half circle? Half circle. Then 70 plus 120 equal 180 centimeter. Fine. Another question. Find the parameter of the figure. I will give you just 1 minute to find answer. طيب, before start answer your primary 5, take care, we have a parameter. This is triangle, this is rectangle and half circle. طيب, if this side 10 يبقى opposite side 10 centimeter. If this side 7 centimeter, it's opposite side 7 centimeter. Fine. Then if we want to calculate the circumference of circle, this is half circle or circle, and this diameter or radius, this is diameter, and this is half circle. Before start calculate the parameter for this figure, please the first step, calculate the circumference of half circle. Start your primary 5. Try answer without help me. Check your answer with me. Okay, fine. طيب, the first step, we find the circumference of circle. D times by 7 times 22/7 equals 22 centimeter. طيب, ask yourself, هي دي circle ولا half circle? Half circle. Fine. Then 22 divided by 2 equal 11 centimeter. Fine. Then the parameter, now we can find the parameter. هو 10 plus 7 plus 10 plus 11. 11 that's circumference, not side length. Before start calculate the parameter for this figure should be find the first step should be find the circumference of circle. Then the circumference of circle equal half time C اللي هو by time D equal 7 times 22/7 يبقى half circumference equal 11. Then the parameter equal 10 plus 7 plus 10 plus 11 equal 28 centimeter. This is the last question for